mean, other than looking like a toilet roll, Meghan Markle is contributing absolutely nothing.
Meghan Markle is thrust into sudden humiliation as leaked hotel receipts claim a payment source tied to Prince Andrew settled her five-figure Paris bill, turning a simple Fashion Week stay at the Hôtel Plaza Athénée into a royal scandal no one saw coming. Receipts leak. The claim Prince Andrew paid Meghan's Paris hotel bill. Meghan Markle was photographed stepping out of the Hôtel Plaza Athénée during Paris Fashion Week, fresh from her appearance at the Balenciaga show, turning the luxury hotel into her unofficial base for the trip. Days later, a supposed invoice screenshot began circulating, showing suite fees, security charges, and chauffeur services climbing into five figures. At the bottom of the disputed image sat the line that set everything off, an alleged notation suggesting the bill had been settled through a payment source tied to Prince Andrew. The document's date aligned with Fashion Week, and the suite number matched the level of accommodation Meghan was known to have used. Charges stacked across the page: fifth-floor suite, private car service, extra staff room. The final section, where hotels typically list the sponsoring company or corporate payer, now carried a reference some interpreted as connected to the Windsor financial structure. The question inside the hotel corridors became, why would Andrew's name appear anywhere near Meghan's file? Commentators split instantly. Some insisted the screenshot was edited. Others argued that elite hotels often mask royal payments under coded trust names, making the notation plausible. The mystery grew when observers pointed out that Andrew's finances have long involved private arrangements, discreet loans, and untraceable trust funding. Inside the storm, only one certainty held. No major publication confirmed the screenshot as authentic, yet the idea of Andrew paying for Meghan's stay traveled far faster than the truth. The combination of a disputed invoice, a disgraced royal's financial shadow, and a high-profile figure like Meghan leaving a Paris Palace status hotel turned a single image into a global flashpoint. A line believed to read, "Third-party settlement approved," became the spark, and the stage was now set for a deeper unraveling of what really happened inside the Plaza Athénée. The real events inside the hotel reveal how a simple stay turned into a spiraling billing nightmare. Inside Plaza Athénée, Meghan's Paris trip turns into a billing nightmare. The Hôtel Plaza Athénée stands on Avenue Montaigne, surrounded by Dior, Chanel, and Louis Vuitton, with Eiffel Tower suites costing more per night than many earn in months. Meghan's fifth-floor suite was alive before sunrise. Glam team unpacking, garment bags opened, Balenciaga looks arranged along the cream sofa, and assistants reviewing a day built around the Balenciaga runway debut under Pierpaolo Piccioli. Everything appeared locked into a standard high-profile arrangement: rooms, cars, security, and staff suites covered through brand partners or media collaborators. But a quiet knock changed the rhythm. Hotel management handed Meghan's assistant a running bill, already soaring into the tens of thousands. The line that made her freeze read, "Billing profile, Meghan Markle." There was no sponsoring company, no corporate guarantee, nothing matching what the team believed had been arranged. While Meghan sat front row beside industry names, the scene cut between the show's sharp lighting and the hotel's finance office reviewing the reservation. Notes referenced an external London agent, vague mentions of support, and an empty field where the payer's name should have been. The hotel needed confirmation. None existed. When Meghan returned, the bill had grown again. The bottom line now included a cryptic note: pending transfer request from third-party contact. No name, no account, no approval. A shadow payer attempting to appear. The next discovery traced the confusion back to London, where fixers and PR offices had quietly set the stage for the scandal. The mysterious London fixers and the third-party payment. The first clear explanation came during a call between Meghan's team and the finance manager at the Hôtel Plaza Athénée. He revealed that the reservation had been made through a boutique booking agency in London, one Meghan's core staff never used. The file was linked to a PR office connected to the fashion event, suggesting someone outside her inner circle had been arranging details without full approval. That discovery alone raised alarms. Inside the itemized invoice, every line, 2 connected suites, private chauffeur bookings, heavy in-room dining, and ongoing security coordination still sat under Meghan Markle as the payer. Even as a third party tried to move the bill, nothing in the hotel system showed a confirmed alternate account. The notes the hotel added only deepened the tension. Request to transfer charges to media partnership account. But the PR office never supplied complete payment details, leaving the hotel exposed and Meghan carrying responsibility. Meanwhile, her California legal team reviewed contracts tied to Archewell and her streaming partners. None included coverage for a Paris stay. Only loose language, support, assistance, showed up in emails from the fixer. Things escalated when a UK reporter contacted Meghan's team, claiming to have seen part of the invoice and knew a third party was trying to take over the payment. What had started as a private administrative mistake was now drifting into public scandal territory, with the question of who pays turning into the center of the story. Why Andrew's name hits like a bomb. His money, loans, and scandals. The moment Prince Andrew became linked, directly or indirectly, to Meghan's Paris bill, the reaction was immediate. Andrew's financial history has carried questions for years. Despite receiving significant support as a working royal, his personal wealth today is believed to be only a fraction of what his lifestyle once suggested. The public has long asked how he funded private jets, luxury travel, and high-end accommodations during his time as trade envoy. The largest shadow over his finances came with the settlement paid to Virginia Giuffre, a figure reported around £12 million. To cover that amount, Andrew relied on the sale of his Swiss chalet and a substantial loan from within the royal family, reportedly supported by Queen Elizabeth II. That loan has never been publicly confirmed as repaid, deepening concerns about where his remaining funds come from. His 2026 arrest on allegations connected to his ties with Jeffrey Epstein only intensified mistrust. After King Charles III removed Andrew's remaining honors, stripped allowances, and limited his royal privileges, public confidence fell even further. Against this backdrop, even the suggestion that money connected to Andrew, or a trust tied to his name, could appear on Meghan's Plaza Athénée account, felt explosive. Critics saw it as a disgraced royal financing the luxury trip of a controversial royal outsider. Supporters saw it as another twist in an already tangled financial web. Meghan, money, and optics. Why an unpaid bill is so dangerous for her brand. For Meghan Markle, image and control have always been essential. From her early days on Suits to her projects with Netflix, every public move is planned with careful attention to contracts, budgets, and rights. After stepping back from royal duties, she and Prince Harry emphasized financial independence, building their income through media deals and the work tied to Archewell. In that context, even the suggestion of an unpaid luxury bill cuts at the heart of the story they have tried to build. Her decision to join Paris Fashion Week, reportedly after personally reaching out to support Pierpaolo Piccioli, already drew mixed reactions. Some praised the elegance, others claimed she was chasing status. When a fashion blogger mentioned her Plaza Athénée booking appeared to be under her personal name, not covered by the brand, older narratives resurfaced, words like high maintenance, difficult, or expecting others to pay. Inside her suite, the stakes felt personal. The confusion around the invoice threatened the polished, self-reliant image she had fought to protect. If a third party with royal ties stepped in to cover the bill, critics would claim she depended on palace connections. If she didn't pay immediately, they would say she walked away from her responsibilities. Royal money. Cross currents. Why an Andrew-Meghan financial link feels so toxic. Royal finances have always been difficult to read. Funding comes from the sovereign grant, private estates like the Duchy of Cornwall, and family wealth held through long-standing trusts. These blurred lines create space for suspicion whenever a large bill appears, especially one tied to a high-profile figure like Meghan Markle. Into that environment, the possibility of Prince Andrew appearing on a Paris hotel invoice felt instantly explosive. Their names have never been linked socially or professionally, which made the rumor strike even harder. Andrew's problems with public money and Meghan's break from the monarchy created parallel tensions. Harry and Meghan once depended heavily on royal funding, but after stepping back, they lost support from the Prince of Wales and faced a dispute over security costs. Andrew, on the other hand, lost allowances and privileges after his scandals, leaving many questioning who now pays for his lifestyle. These unresolved money issues created a climate where any shared financial thread between them looked suspicious. For critics, an Andrew-connected payment for Meghan's Paris Fashion Week stay suggested two controversial figures operating outside royal oversight. For supporters, it raised fears that someone in the background may have used their names without full approval. The leak itself soon became the story, turning a hotel invoice into a tool used against both sides. Media fixers, tabloids, and the leak. How a bill becomes a weapon. The trail of the booking led back to a freelance PR fixer in London, someone not formally authorized by Meghan Markle or her core team. This fixer attempted to package her Paris Fashion Week appearance into a larger media push, assuming a sponsor or partner would later step in to cover the high cost of the Hôtel Plaza Athénée stay. But the final contract that would have secured those payments was never signed. The hotel had Meghan's name and nothing more. When journalists began calling the hotel, asking if the bill was unpaid and whether a third party was attempting to settle it, the situation changed. Staff access logs were checked, and questions formed about how parts of the invoice reached the press. The timing made everything sharper. UK tabloids have a long record of publishing selective leaks about Meghan and Harry's personal and financial life, often with unnamed sources feeding the flames. Andrew was also a favorite target for sensational stories after his Newsnight interview and later legal troubles. Connecting his name to a luxury bill in Paris created a headline that editors knew would gain immediate attention. Inside the hotel, every new call added pressure. Inside Meghan's team, the priority became containing the narrative before it expanded beyond control. The unverified image circulating online didn't need confirmation to cause damage. It only needed to look close enough to real paperwork. As the storm grew louder, attention shifted back to Buckingham Palace, where two crises were beginning to overlap. Palace calculations. How Buckingham views Meghan and Andrew's parallel crises. Inside Buckingham Palace, concern grew as two crises unfolded at the same time. Meghan Markle was caught in a billing dispute at the Hôtel Plaza Athénée, while Prince Andrew faced renewed legal pressure following his 2026 arrest, tied to his former role as a trade envoy. Advisors understood the risk. Two separate problems could fuse into a single narrative the palace wanted to avoid. King Charles III had already removed Andrew's military titles, reduced his financial access, and limited his public role, working to separate the monarchy from Andrew's scandals. The idea, real or not, that a Windsor-linked trust might appear on Meghan's Paris hotel file threatened to pull that distance back into question. Behind closed doors, officials examined whether any private royal intermediary had touched the third-party transfer request. Even a hint of overlap could trigger a public storm. With silence giving room for speculation, the palace stayed cautious while Meghan's team moved quickly to settle the bill before the two crises collided. Meghan's damage control, paying the bill, and rewriting the story. As calls moved between Paris, London, and Los Angeles, Meghan's team confirmed the core problem. There was no executed contract covering her stay at the Hôtel Plaza Athénée. The fixer who arranged the booking had expected a brand to sign later, but nothing was finalized. Every charge remained tied to Meghan Markle, from the connected suites to the private security fees. Her lawyers reviewed agreements linked to Archewell and Netflix, and none included coverage for Paris. The only way to regain control was immediate action. Meghan instructed her team to wire full payment directly to the hotel, clearing the balance in one transfer. It was a simple move with a clear purpose: remove any possibility that an unpaid bill could fuel more headlines. Internally, attention shifted to identifying who involved the London PR office and whether her name or partnerships were used without approval. Externally, her communications advisors discussed issuing a short, factual statement, confirming the bill was paid and the booking mishandled by a third-party organizer. But even with the invoice settled, the damage had begun. Critics framed the confusion as carelessness, while others insisted a royal-linked benefactor had stepped in before Meghan intervened. The narrative around Paris Fashion Week risked slipping away from the polished moment she intended. Inside her suite, the priority was no longer the show or the photos. It was ensuring that one hotel bill did not become a defining headline. With the facts in place, what remains is the divide between what is known and what people choose to believe. What we actually know versus what people want to believe. By the end of the Paris trip, the known facts formed a straight line. Meghan Markle stayed at the Hôtel Plaza Athénée, and every charge, from the connected suites to private security fees and chauffeur services, sat under her name because no final sponsor contract had been signed. A London PR fixer arranged the booking, expecting a brand to confirm payment later, but that agreement never materialized. When the hotel flagged the missing payer and a cryptic pending transfer request appeared, the confusion created an opening for speculation. At the same time, Prince Andrew remained surrounded by unresolved questions about loans, outside support, and his settlement tied to Virginia Giuffre. His financial history made him an easy figure to attach to any shadowy payment, especially one involving a luxury stay in Paris. The claim that a Windsor-linked account settled Meghan's bill took root because it fit existing doubts about Andrew, not because it was proven. Meghan's team closed the issue by wiring full payment directly to the hotel, ending the invoice dispute. But the story had already spread, some choosing the documented version, others choosing the dramatic one. In the end, a single hotel bill revealed how quickly royal narratives can shift when silence, scandal, and timing collide. One disputed hotel bill now links Meghan Markle and Prince Andrew in a storm neither expected, leaving Paris echoes that refuse to fade. Subscribe for more breaking royal twists and unseen behind-the-scenes revelations.